Welcome back to this week's video. We're enjoying, still in France. We're driving around. We'll be sharing some of our experiences at the Monet Museum and Champagne Museum.
The Monet Museum, where Mark took all kinds of footage and then erased it and lost it before we could upload it. Sorry.
So our Monet experience for you is just pictures, but it's still well worth sharing, I think. It's a beautiful place to go.
Yeah, and I stole a little video off the internet.
Perfect. So hope you enjoy. This is our view we woke up to this morning. What a great boondocking spot.
Yeah, we're not the only ones that thought so. Can you say hashtag parking lot? But here's what it is. It was a good one.
Yep. This is our experience at the Monet Home and Gardens in Giverny, France. He actually spent quite a few years here, and this is where he painted his famous water lily paintings.
This is also where Mark lost all the footage, but this is some of the something I stole from the internet. So you guys enjoy. You're basically going to be looking at a slideshow with some nice music under it for a couple of minutes. So enjoy the Monet Gardens. So after we left the Monet place, we went for a little drive through some small towns in France. What I noticed about the small towns, and Beth will probably back me up on it, there's no services, no gas station.
No, and the houses are built right up to the street, the walls of the houses, and it doesn't feel very welcoming because all you see is walls as you're driving down the street.
Yeah, but it's there, it's where people live.
Right.
This is like real living.
Mm-hmm.
So not a tourist spot in a lot of the small places in France, but it was nice.
It's an experience to drive through for sure.
Yeah, kind of got to watch around the corners. So a little bit of France.
Yes. quite get it. I didn't see the roller. I didn't see the roller. See, that's where it's cooking.
Yeah.
I didn't get that part.
Oh. There it is. Cooking.
Yeah.
We're putting a new one on. Here, you can see that. Right here.
I saw that part. Fresh, hot crepe.
So we pop out of the street and what do we find?
What?
Which is home to,
Champagne.
look over there.
Don't fear you.
You ever hear my Dom Perignon story?
Oh no.
I'm going to tell you this story. Some of you might find it amusing, others not. When I was an elevator mechanic, I was working on a job, and the guy who owned the building thought he was a big shot. And he really wasn't. He was just a real estate investor that was using other people's money to make an elevator, redo an elevator, changeover. So anyway, we were in this bar having a couple beers after work, and he comes in like all big shotty and everything. He goes, "Oh, get my boys over there. Get my boys over there a beer." So he sends a beer over. We're going to walk across here while I tell the story. So he sends a round of beers over, and it was like a Wednesday night, so it was like 2 for 1s. The guy spent like $3. So me, my helper, and the guy I'm with all pitch in. We all pitch in, and we send over a bottle of Dom Perignon champagne, which was at the time in the 70s, probably about 125 a bottle. Sent that over to him. He's got all his backers are with him and everything. And he just flips out. He was like, he just took the bottle of champagne from Dom Perignon, and then he next day he was so pissed. He come up to us like yelling, "You guys made me look bad. You should never have done that. Trying to be nice." And the guy was a jerk. He always was a jerk. He never changed. But we just laughed our butts off because it was worth like the $25 a piece to make this guy look bad. So yeah, that's my story.
And look where you are now.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's dead. So
There you go.
all right, that was my Dom Perignon story.
Yay.
I guess you might also recognize it as James Bond. Dom Perignon, 1955. We don't care about that. So it's a nice street. Got pretty girls on it.
Thanks, honey.
This reminds me of that game.
My people were here.
The Vikings.
The Prussians invaded in
Oh,
1815.
your other people.
My other people, my German side.
Yeah, this reminds me of the courtyards in that Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
Look at the view from there. Pretty. So obviously there was a lot of money here at some point.
Still is.
Yeah.
The next part here is about our visit to the Museum of Champagne in Epernay, France, the capital of Champagne.
Yeah, you should go there. It was pretty cool. Cool old building. Just to see the building. The champagne stuff was kind of extra. This is where we came to. This is the museum. Looks to me like it used to be somebody's really big money house.
You think?
Yeah, I think. What are they missing? There's no fountain.
Oh.
You could have parked in here.
No. It says park. But
Yeah.
no.
Okay. It's pretty cool. Perrier or Dom Perignon? This glass is actually curved.
Pretty cool. Don't touch.
Nice hardware. This place was really impressive. Just, it made you think about how much money there is in Champagne. I know I keep going on about it, but there was a huge amount of money made in France with Champagne. Enough to make weird stairways. So, if that makes sense. So check this out. They took a piece of frosted glass and they did a projection on it. It's pretty effective. Of course, it's on the white wall, so that's pretty cool. I wanted to cut this part out, but Beth left it in because...
It's the cathedral to Champagne.
Yeah. Just more of the construction. This stairway here is really pretty fascinating. The size of the stairwell and the way the stairs are laid out. And then this door here, it's curved. I mean, every piece here, the support for the stairs going around, the balustrades, it's really pretty cool. This must have been servant stairs.
In the original building,
Yeah.
there was an elevator. There is one of the first private elevators installed in Europe.
Huh. Guess they got a changeover. So right here we're at the entrance to the museum. You can see the big wine press, and they had a little model of it, and a good introduction right in the front door. There's also a souvenir shop here because you had to exit through the gift shop.
Always.
Literally exit through the gift shop to leave the chateau or the museum or whatever you want to call it. But we enjoyed our little walk over. We enjoyed the little trinkets that they had available. We didn't buy anything, but Beth did a really good job getting our tickets for this. So Some of the things in the museum that caught my eye, these barrels with the wooden staves around them were cool. This thing we had seen, that's for uncorking the champagne bottle to get rid of the sediment. This is a picture from down inside the caves. And this is just perfect carved artwork. I don't know, why it's there or who did it or whatever, but it was beautiful. So here's me, Mr. Fumble Fingers, coming up. Beth's smart. She said, nope, not doing it.
Nope. You want to try?
Sure.
Oh, you got it. So, what do you think, Mark?
Fail.
Fail. You got it almost to the top.
That cork's gonna pop.
Yep.
Pull one up for the next kid. Here's something I bet most people didn't know. I didn't know. I thought a Magnum was the biggest bottle of champagne you could get. I was so wrong. They go up to 6 liters. Beth and I are trying to figure out, why would you get a bottle of champagne that big unless you had like a really big party, or I don't, because once you open champagne, that's it. You're drinking it. So
You always have to finish the bottle.
yeah, just drink the wine.
Yep.
So
That's a lot of champagne.
yeah, 6 liters. So, but they had them on display there. I thought it was pretty cool. This model was neat. They kind of gave you an overview of what the place used to look like, because it's much smaller now. It was, that land was sold off, or government took it over, or what have you. But that gave us a really good idea of what used to be there. Just walking around looking at the exhibits, I kind of missed the plaster work and the view. First impression.
It's cold.
It's very cold.
It's very cold. And empty. Where's the wine?
Yeah. This is basically under that house.
Yeah.
These guys had some dough.
Yep.
We'll get some scale here. It's not a 7-foot door behind Beth. It's about a 10-foot door.
Yeah. You want to stand in the door?
Well, the elevator door is 7 feet, so.
Oh, there you go.
So what'd you think of the wine thing?
Cool. It's 12 degrees Celsius in here at all times. And there's windows. Did you see the windows?
Mm-hmm. I'll show the people. It's not really a window. It's a access point up.
Yeah. Air vent?
All this for a bit of bubbly.
Well, all that money for building this place is all from a little bubbly.
Yeah.
You can hear the cars here.
Well, I guess if you don't ventilate it. Now the only way down here was over there, was on the elevator or the stairway. There's more something there. Where are we going? 0?
Yeah. This is on the UNESCO list. We're going to be exiting through where we started.
Étage 0.
And these are the vents in the ceiling that lead to where the champagne is. Did you notice the light fixtures?
Yeah, the hand blown.
It's like a hand blown glass.
Yes, I did.
Oh, here's a nice bench to sit on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that house is still here. Maybe. I'll shoot this. Show you guys where we are. This is the back of the house. You can see it's the back, it's just, you know, it's not as grand as the front. You got the red twisty column things. Very cool. So it's all kind of like a little park back here. That's a handicap ramp. That's a bigger angle than it looks. And we parked down here.
Right here, right?
No, it's down the street. But right around here. Or maybe it was here. I don't know. Hard to tell on Google Maps. So that's a street.
Ta-da! Big reveal.
look. There it is.
Well, we took
So
a
we could have
chance.
went this way.
No, this gate was closed when we got home because the museum was closed.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
So it must have just opened when we got there?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. What time does Le Pub open? So I'd like to get a La Beer. Yeah, we'll go home and drink champagne.
You can
If we're drinking anything.
We can get a beer if you want. We have a tradition of going to all the Irish bars everywhere.
Well,
I don't think we've been to a French Irish bar.
I don't know if it's open. We have to look.
Okay.
There's a sign out front. Let's,
You can go.
yep.
What time is it?
Right across the street there is an Irish pub, because there's an Irish pub in every town in the world.
Worldwide, yes.
In the world. But we're just sitting here catching a little shade and hanging out. And I wanted to mention something about French cars.
Oh, what about French cars?
They're all really weird names.
Oh, yeah.
and they're tiny compared to U.S.
Yep.
Slip here. So, not one car. Well, there's a Peugeot.
There's a Beamer.
A Beamer. They used to sell Peugeots in the States. I mean, that little black one over there with the tail, with the thing sticking out, the hitch, that's a Citroen, and it's called a Picasso. This little silver car is an electric car. I don't know who it is. It might be Chinese. When we don't have any Chinese cars. The red car on the end is a Renault. The one next to it is a Fiat. I don't know what these three are. The one on the end might be a Ford.
It says Ford.
Is it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and there's a Mini over there. But a lot of weird cars, right, babe?
Yeah. Not knowing where they're from.
And not as many Teslas here.
Skoda, I think, is Polish.
Polish,
Yeah,
yeah.
I see a lot of Skoda. No, I haven't seen a Tesla since we've been in France.
Yeah. Don't know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, Irish pub, parking lot full of
Doesn't
weird
open
cars.
Till 5,
Yeah,
so
that's kind of weird.
can't sit here till 5. It's 1 o'clock now.
No, not just for a pint.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to do it for this video. I know it went on a little bit long in the Champagne Museum, but we enjoyed the Champagne Museum. We enjoyed the Monet and all the pretty flowers.
Yeah, France, this trip we really got to experience France. We spent time, we spent a few days in a few spots, and it's really kind of a magical place.
Yeah, the last time we went to France, we went to Disneyland Paris and we went home. But this time, Monet, which really says French to us. We have a Monet print in our house in Florida, so we like the guy.
He's our favorite impressionist, really. I mean, Monet, for years, we've loved him.
Yeah, and the champagne thing, that was an interesting distraction to see all the different champagne things and all that. So we're having a good time. Stick with us. Subscribe if you haven't. Give us a thumbs up.
And
buy us a coffee.
Headed to Germany next week.
And Germany will be fun.